Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, where we lift the voices of victims. Today we're exploring a serious and often overlooked issue: the misuse of public records on social media. These records, ranging from arrest reports to court records, can have devastating effects when they are used irresponsibly. Let's dive into the facts and see how this misuse affects real lives. Public records are documents or pieces of information that are not considered confidential. They include arrest reports, domestic violence reports, sexual assault records, court documents, and even private conversations that have become public. While these records can serve important public interests such as transparency and accountability, their misuse poses serious risk. Access to these records can lead to significant mental health challenges for victims. Imagine having your trauma broadcasted online. How would you feel? Victims of domestic violence or sexual assault often face stigma and blame, and when their private histories are exposed, it can exacerbate feelings of anxiety, depression, and isolation. Research shows that public shaming can lead to severe mental health consequences. Public records can make the victims easy targets. There are numerous cases where stalkers and harassers exploit this information to track their victims. A study by the Pew Research Center found that nearly 25% of adults have experienced online harassment, and about 40% of those say it happened on social media. This behavior not only endangers the physical safety of victims, but also deeply impacts their emotional well-being. Another alarming consequence of misuse is the emergence of mob mentality. When information is shared without context along with personal details, it can lead to public outrage and witch hunts. This mob mentality manifests as harassment campaigns, where individuals join in condemning or attacking a person based on incomplete narratives. The harmful effects can linger long after the initial incident, impacting both the victim and the community. Looking over real cases, I found victims have lost jobs, faced eviction, or even harmed themselves because of the public exposure of sensitive information. Many have reported that the trauma of having their stories misrepresented online leads to a cycle of victimization that can be hard to escape. When such personal details get amplified on social media, it often turns a personal tragedy into a public spectacle. Legality is another aspect. While public records are accessible, misusing this information can lead to legal consequences for the perpetrators. Defamation, harassment, and stalking laws exist to protect individuals, but enforcement can be complicated. It's vital for victims to know their rights and seek legal action if necessary. Here are some ways to protect yourself. Limit what you share. Be cautious about your digital footprint. Check privacy settings. Ensure your social media profiles are as private as possible. Report abuse. Use the reporting tools available to most platforms if you find yourself a target of harassment. Seek support. Engage with professionals or support groups that can provide help when dealing with the aftermath of public exposure. The misuse of public records on social media is a pressing issue that we must address. It not only threatens the safety and well-being of individuals, but also affects the broader society. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more content. Together, let's raise awareness and advocate for responsible use of public information. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and informed. See you next time.
Viewers distraught and wondering what was happening. Amid the panic, some people claim that they seemed to see someone performing CPR on another person, while someone else in the room was allegedly demanding them to call 911 for help. And because all of this seems to be correlated to the accusations that were presented earlier this month, many people didn't know how to feel. And now users online are blaming trolls for the alleged passing of Inquisitor, with some even going as far as to say that the allegations were false in the first place.
A group of people had been throwing dirt on Michaela's name.
Ethan says online bullying was a factor.
Most of these are people she knew, and some of them are other animal sanctuaries. They consistently spread ridiculous claims and rumors. She felt as if the entire world had turned against her.
Cyberbullying is often seen as a teenage issue, and while nearly half of U.S. teens have faced it, surveys show so have 41% of adults and 95% of online creators.
Clementi's parents released a statement today saying, quote, "Our hope is that our family's personal tragedy will serve as a call for compassion, empathy, and human dignity." And new details of Clementi's online activity in his last hours have emerged. Lindsay Davis has the inside story.
The last 48 hours of Tyler Clementi's life played out online, revealing the perils of living in a digital age. Some might call it the death of privacy.
Our officers rendered medical aid to both victims, but their efforts to save those victims' lives were unsuccessful. The suspect and the victim had previously engaged in some type of conflict using a variety of social media platforms.
Offering insight on the feud between the two YouTubers.
This was brewing. This brewed for 2 years.
Disagreement over a social media post may have led to a murder in Dixon County. News 2's Chelsea Beimfor attended a candlelight vigil for the victim.